Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video, we're going to be featuring Scalloped Diva Design's new 5x8 scallop nested rectangle. Now this die set comes with a ton of layering pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 different sizes of the scallops and the inner, and then you also get this little flag. So really adorable. You can do so many things with nested dies, guys. So I love when she does nested die sets. Any of her nested die sets are must-haves. Again, the possibilities are endless. So I decided to make a box with mine. I love the little scallop detail, and if you know me, you know I love to make boxes. So I went ahead and I created these using the biggest size. They do have a magnetic closure. You can put whatever in here. I did also use her new starfish shaker set, and I used, I think, a second size to create a peekaboo. So I did that there. So let me show you guys how to create this. It's very simple. I want to make a stack of at least 3 or 4, and then I'm going to create some kind of packaging to package them. Probably using some of her new sets from the May release as well. So stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm just going to teach you guys how to make these, how I created this. So I used the biggest size in this set, and I used pink basil cardstock. You can use code Poochie10 to save on scallopedesigns.com, guys, and save 10% off your entire purchase. And then this basil cardstock and this paper that I'm using is actually from American Crafts. I'm an affiliate with them as well. And you can save additional 10% off by using my affiliate link down below. Okay, they're selling the 25 sheet packs of this paper is one of the designs. This paper, guys, is only $2.99 for 25 sheets of 12 by 12 Maggie Holmes paper. Just to let you know, the vault sale, it's part of the vault sale, and it's going on the entire month of May. So you better snatch it. One of the packs have sold out. So if you're interested in grabbing this, definitely grab it. The basil cardstock is on sale as well. All right. So I'll have my affiliate link down below so you guys can check it out. So I cut the biggest size in that nesting set for the scallop part, and then the inner piece from that size, coordinating size for this. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and glue this together. I'll have all the links down below for you guys. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. But yeah, I love to create boxes. And I knew when I got this set that I wanted to create a nice little box. Now, my boxes that I created have a magnetic closure, but you can also use some seam binding or some trim to tie these together. That will give it a nice little touch as well. Or you can use Velcro. How pretty is this paper? Okay. So now that we have this, we're going to do some scoring. We are going to score. You're going to take this and put it in your scoring board. And we are going to score at 3 and 4. Very simple scoring, guys. Go to 3 and score this really well because we do have the 2 papers layered. And then 4. Okay. Give it a real deep score. And then we're going to flip it and score at 1. Okay. And that 1 inch is going to be our flap. Okay. We're going to go ahead and fold these. Give it a good crease because we do have, I'm using basil cardstock and I'm using that paper. So I want to make sure that I have a really nice fold. Okay. So I'm just folding at that 3-4 mark and then on the little 1 inch edge. This is going to be our flap. Keep that in mind so you can see what pattern you want to be on your little flap. So we're going to create like this to create a box. Okay. Now we're going to grab another sheet of paper. I'm making my inside pink, and that's going to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 is what you're going to cut that piece of paper to. I'll try to remember to leave the measurements down below. Let me know if you guys need them. We're just going to score this at 1 inch on every side. So all 4 sides, we're going to score at 1 inch to create a simple little box. 1 inch. Let me know if you guys love creating boxes as well. I just think you can use them for so many things. All right. Let's go ahead and fold those creases, those score marks. Okay, all 4. Again, we're just creating a simple little box. Okay. And then you're going to decide where you want to cut. Now, we're going to choose either the short ends, the 2 opposite short ends, or the 2 long ones. It doesn't matter which you choose. I'm just going to use a shorter one. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut along this score line just to create this little tab. Okay. Whatever I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. So the opposite end, clip that tab, and then we're gonna miter this. So take that little tab that's sticking out, the little 1 inch tab, and we're just gonna miter this so that we can take off some of that bulk. Go from that score line to the top like so. Okay, so we're just taking those little tabs and mitering. Just like so. Okay, whatever we do to one end, we're gonna do to the other. Really simple box to make, guys. Same thing to this one. All right. And we're just gonna glue these to form our box. So glue that little tab. And we're gonna do this to all the tabs, okay? Very simple tutorial. This is very beginner friendly. So with my, the peekaboo one, what I did is, whatever the 1 inch side is, you're gonna go to that second panel here and you're gonna create your window. So you can do a heart shape, any shape you want. Just run this through your die cutting machine. And then I just simply glued some tulle on the back. If you want to create a peekaboo, I think that starfish is so cute, from her new release. So again, I do want to create some type of packaging to hold these books that we're creating, or these boxes. They can very well be like open books as well. Whatever you choose. All right, there goes our simple box put together. And we're just gonna glue this to the base, all right, guys? So once again, this little 1 inch thing is our flap, so that's the top of our box. We're just gonna glue this to the bottom of our box. So I'm gonna go ahead and put glue all over the bottom. Now you can choose to glue the side, the back part to it. I did do it for all of mine. So I'm gonna take this box and put it right along this score mark and try to eyeball it. Of course, I'm having a hard time now that I'm on camera. I'm just trying to get it as straight as I can. And I did glue the little back part I'll show you guys in a second. I did glue them on all of my boxes. I think that that's centered enough. I did glue this part right here, but you really don't have to. It totally is up to you. So now that I have this centered, I'm gonna go ahead and get that glue on there really well. And you can line the inside of these and make them even extra. But you guys know how I am about my pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this part to here. And then I'm gonna lay it flat and just get a really good bond. And that is it, guys. That is how you create these boxes. Again, I did do a magnetic closure. And let's go ahead and do that. I struggle so bad with magnets, guys. And I have like these tiny sets in my stash. Dude, okay, here it goes. I'm like, I know I put them here. They're sticking to my magnets. So I have these tiny ones that I ordered from Amazon. I'm gonna take a little bit of tape, score tape. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. And I'm just gonna stick that on there. Now I do have a set of 2 right here. So I'm gonna pull one off. I'm so bad with magnets, guys. I don't even know why I'm using the magnet, but I really wanted to for this project. Okay, so I got my magnet stuck down. And I went ahead and I cut a layering piece. Now the layering piece for the box is gonna be 4.5 by 3/4 of an inch for this part. So you can line the outside and the inside. It's totally up to you. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my other magnet, put some glue, and I'm gonna place this here. Press so I can see where it needs to get glued. There it goes. I'm gonna glue that down. And then I'm gonna put my other layering piece there. So this layering piece is gonna be a little bit bigger. It is, let me see, I wrote it down. 4 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. So that we can hide these magnets. I'm gonna try my best, guys, to remember to write all the measurements in the caption in the description box. And now we have our little magnetic closure. Okay, so cute, guys. So we're gonna decorate these up in another video because I do want to use another die set. But these are my 3 little boxes. Look at how cute they came out. You can do like a stacked little, you know how they do those stacked envelopes and you can glue them all together? Maybe I'll do that and have them open up. Should we do that, guys? We could do that, have them stacked. But I think if I did them stacked, I should do different sizes. So let me know what you guys think. Should I do a stacked thing like this where they all open up and each one has goodies? We can totally do that. Or should I come up with some kind of packaging to house all 3 of these? Look at how cute. So again, you can do the layering pieces on all of them. But I love the way that this turned out. Let me know what you guys think. I hope that you guys are having a blast with the new May release from Scrap Diva Designs. I know that I am. And I'll be back with some more videos. I'm playing with a lot more of the die sets. And I'll be back with more inspiration for you all, okay? I hope you all have an amazing day. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.